Hey, what's up guys? Here's another video showing you how to change your buttons on your seatbelt buckles. So if yours are faded like mine, here's exactly how to do it. So if you've got a Pontiac Firebird, you've got a Trans Am, Camaro, this is how you can paint them without having to buy brand new springs and brand new buttons. So here's a very cheap way of doing it here. Especially in the UK, if you don't want to have to buy things from the US. Even if you are in the US and you don't want to spend the money, then I'll show you how you can do it for much cheaper. So you'll see I've already taken a couple of mine out in there. Yeah, they are a little bit of a bugger to get out, but I'm going to show you how to do it. It's a little bit tricky. So these ones all are still in. You can see how bad they are. That one is quite faded. That one is actually quite bad. So I've got another one there. Now this happens in a lot of different cars over the years. Unfortunately, these do fade in sunlight and they just age over the years. But I'm going to show you how you can revive these and how you can make them look brand new again. So whatever you do, don't try to open it with a screwdriver, because all what will happen is you're just going to crack all of the plastic and it's just going to break apart. So these ones are the ones I've already popped off. All faded and everything. But don't worry, we're going to make these look brand new again. Now what I do is a bit tricky, I will be honest, but what you do is get some kind of a knife. The reason why you don't want to use a screwdriver, if you use a screwdriver in there, because it's a much smaller tip, there's going to be a much higher chance of that breaking off really easily. So all we do is just get a normal household knife. You can put your knife in the back there, but I would advise not to do that because it will crack. As you can see, there's a little crack there which someone has probably tried to open these before, at the back. Because this bit is really flimsy, this bit is really thin at the back, I wouldn't advise doing it there. Instead, do it from either side and also from the back. So this is how I done my last two. This is how I done those ones. So what I did is I put my knife in like that, and you have to be careful. You don't want to be too... Did you hear that click? There's a couple of little bits under the button that need to be popped off, so you will hear a couple of clicks when you do this. So we'll try again on this side. We'll just turn it around. And you may have to do this a few times and just go round. It is a bit fiddly, but there isn't any other way to do it. So just do that. What I will say is, as you pull this out, keep your fingers over, because the spring can sometimes pop out and you'll lose it. So, like that. Now sometimes a little bit of plastic will come off, okay? That sometimes can't be helped. The fact that these have been in for so many years, they're very difficult to get out. So sometimes you will lose a little bit of plastic, but it will still go back on because it's normally only on the edge, just sometimes a little bit there. Okay, you can just see the difference. Yeah, but apart from that, this is really what I've found the best way to open these. You've just got to be careful, have a bit of patience, and they will come out. You see the spring in there, look, it almost sprung out. Yeah, so then you pull that out like that, and that's it, and that's another one now out. So what we'll do the last one, and then I'll show you what to do next. So there you go, all 4 are now out. So you can see, look at them, all faded. So what we're going to do is revive them, give them a brand new coat of paint. We're going to rub them down, paint them, and then put them all back in, and they're going to look brand new. So what we'll do is we'll put them on the side, out of the way, and then we'll start to rub these down. And that's all we do is find a little bit of sandpaper, something quite fine like that. What's that? That's a 180 grit. So that'll do. You don't want anything too coarse because it'll put too many sort of like marks into the plastic. So what we do is just give it a light sort of key over and just take off basically any dirt, grit, and just give it a bit more of a smooth sort of finish. So you do this on every single one. I mean, you don't have to do it, but I want my buttons to come out quite nice. You know, I want them to be nice and smooth. I want the finish in the plastic to be nice and smooth. So in order to get a nice finish, for the sake of a few minutes, just doing this on each one, you know, you might as well just do it. And don't forget, you need to spray the sides of these buttons as well, because when they come up like that, you're going to obviously see the sides. So I think some people forget about that. It doesn't matter about the bottom section. We will spray the entire, the whole thing, but the only parts that are going to be visible are the top and the sides. Now that is the finished result. Not bad, not bad. A nice red colour. Now this is admittedly a cherry red colour, and this is a matte finish. It's not a gloss finish, but they do look really good. So we've got the spring which we need to put in. So what happens is you've got that spring that needs to go under there. It needs to go underneath there. So what we do, and what I found is the easiest way to do it, well, this is the easiest way I've found anyway, is to pull that up like that, and then making sure that the plate at the bottom, the little silver plate, is all nice and square. So you bring that up to the top as far as you can, locate the space where that goes in. So there's two little kind of raised spots on that plate. So we can see that right in there. So there's two spots inside, and then what I do is, you can use a screwdriver to push the spring back down, but I use my small finger. Now, as long as your fingers are reasonably small or not really big, then you can use your finger to just slip the spring back underneath like that, and then use a screwdriver to push that back like that. Make sure the bottom of the spring is located in the correct position, and that's how it should look inside. So that spring goes down nicely. Now the next section is a little bit more fiddly, if you can actually believe that. So we get our button there, and what I found is the easiest way to do it is to get your knife and to put it in there like that, and pull that away from the edge. And if you do that, hopefully you can see that, I pull that away from the edge and then locate the button on the correct side, and then that section goes over there like that. Now the reason why we use the knife to pull this away is because that little lip has to go over the end of the plastic, and I've tried a few different ways of doing this, and this seems to work pretty well. So you put your button in like that. It's very fiddly. Obviously it's harder because I'm trying to do this on camera and show you how to do it. It's normally a little bit easier if I can just do it without having to record what I'm doing. So you put that in a position. This is very difficult trying to do it while keeping the light on and also making a video. And there you go, and it slips in, and when it goes in you will hear a little bit of a click. So what we can do very quickly is to give it a test. So that's the one that we've just done. Yeah, there you go, works lovely. And we'll just test the other ones as well. So these are the other three that we've done. So that one, yeah, works lovely. That one, yeah, works lovely. And the final one is that. There you go. And there you go. The seat belts are now completely done. Looking very nice, as you see there. They look brand new again. Now all I've done is I've rubbed them down, as you've seen. Give them a little bit of a clean. I've used some primer. Yeah. And I've used some top coat of red. Now the colour I've used here is a matte finish. This is not gloss. So I went for like a matte finish. I didn't want this to be too bright in the car. But you can obviously use whatever colour you want. You could even use a tan colour if you want on the buttons so they blend in with the buckles. It's entirely up to you. But there you go. That's how I've done it, and it's cost me about $4 as opposed to $60 or $70 that you would have to spend if you bought these brand new anywhere else and just replace the whole thing. The springs still work absolutely fine, as you just saw. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully this is helpful and you can save yourself a lot of money.